Hey guys, welcome back to FIFA 23 Brighton Korea mode, and today we are starting off with another journey right here with 3 games in this month, and of course we have another game. Well, we try to finish this episode out with a Manchester United game towards the end, but right now, looking at the squad report right here, nothing significant to be honest. I haven't been rotating a lot since we got pretty much kicked out. Well, pretty much we got eliminated in the pretty much very early round of the Carabao Cup. Since then, I didn't really have a chance to actually rotate the squad. The fact that right now we are overloaded with central midfielders, I really have a hard time picking who should start over who. So right now I'm still going for Gross and also going for Weibu for now. I know that Casado seems to be the next, could be the next Basuma, but again, the fact that there's a huge skills gap between Weibu and also Casado. At the same time, I have Gilmore as well, and this is a quite a dilemma to be honest, because I think we have a lot of like young, talented central midfielder. We even have Moder, the Polish midfielder, in the midfield area, and we have already 5 right here and 2 midfielders, and the fact that it seems like none of them gets injured at this point, so it's really hard to rotate the squad. And plus, right now we're not exactly at a place where we want to be, and that's why I would rather stick with the squad right now that I think it would give us the best possible result. And right here, Undav, it's pretty much he is. It seems like he was the only player who scored goals, but of course we do have Danny Welbeck. But of course, Undav, I don't know much about him, but certainly I definitely favors him over Welbeck at this moment. He is slower, but the fact that he is very composed on the ball, very clean. 65 minutes in, here comes a sweaty goal pretty much. Trossard to Undav, and right there we tie the game 2-2. Undav clutches once again. And of course, last game he did score 4 goals. Feels like he might be, I wouldn't necessarily say he's a future because he's relatively 26, 27 year old. And look at this cross right here. 84 minutes in. Mitoma right there. The Japanese left midfielder just crosses this one to Undav. And what a great finish right there. Literally halfway Caesar kick in the air. And Emi Martinez had no chance to keep that ball away. But that cutscene, once again, it's something that I have been, longing for, because for the past few years I've been playing PS4. There's no any cutscenes. There's no some sort of animation in terms of a last minute winner. But right there, this is the sweet spot every time when I when I get that, and it feels so good. It feels nice at the same time because you felt like, wow, like, all the emotion just pour on the scene instead of just kind of celebrating, but with no extra emotion behind the cutscene. But right here we are playing against Everton away. Unfortunately, 14 minutes and we just couldn't really keep a clean sheet at this point. Playing 5 at the back, you assume there's a slightly bit of solidarity at the back there, but unfortunately just not quite working. 73 minutes, we would have another chance right there. We didn't really quite have a lot of chance throughout the whole game. Undav's header has been denied by Jordan Pickford in 79 minutes, and we just defensively, just quite a lot of trouble, just allowing them to shoot. You know what? I'm not sure is it because of the broadcasting angle or from the camera angle, because you don't quite exactly judge the distance between the defender and also the attacker at some time. But right here, wow, 13 games and we are sitting at 12 with 5 wins and 8 losses. We haven't drawn a game yet, and I felt like I don't know how to explain this, but I felt like you either win or you either lose. There's no in between. You don't draw. The game just wouldn't allow you to draw. You either take it all the way or you lose it all the way. And of course, in terms of the realistic game mode, doesn't look like quite realistic, because there's no way the first 10 games you're not gonna draw one game at least, right? And right here, Undav continues his fine form, scoring that goal right there. Good volley, good save by the goalkeeper. but more importantly, the rebound. He was right there at the right time. 11 minutes in, look at our defense. Just like that, Saha just went through our defense and nobody can catch him. And that's the problem that we've been facing. Our defense, not the, well, of course, I know their defenses that are way slower than what we have, but honestly, it's just very, very frustrating at points because Voltman 60, I think he's like 70 pace, and Webster 68 pace, but Luis down 44 pace, which is quite, you know what, quite disturbing when you look at the pace right there. But Undav scores another goal. It's a pretty similar goal, same angle, same distance, but this time very clever with his head right there, and just hits it in off the bar. And Guaita probably could have saved that. He got a finger touch to it. But 68 minutes, and here comes Charles Sutz, still looking for his fine form. Unfortunately, hasn't been scoring a lot of goals. If I recorded it correctly, he only had 1 goal so far. But in the end, we just won this game 2-1. Felt like things are, you know, kind of turning around, so I had to win a little bit more games. But looking at the youth scouting report, we get a lot of very good players right there. You guys can see we have 2 very bright goalkeepers. Seems to be at this point Nicholas and also Hawkins, but at the same time there are a few young players that I think you could stand out as well. And unfortunately, Lavabrev, I think that's how you pronounce his name, the right winger. Formerly he was a central forward. I thought he has a very good potential, but unfortunately just kind of dips off in the end. But other than that, we got to release on the youth player. I am going to be quite critical in terms of my youth player because I want them to be the best. I want them to be able to be ready to play as soon as they're ready. So whomever has a potential, you know, lower than 90, most likely they're not going to make the squad. But right now, pretty much we are quite overloaded with the squad. The fact that there's no rotation needs to be made, which make things quite interesting. You know, for example, Lalana could be playing a big part of the whole, you know, Brighton's midfield area. But the fact that we only play 2 central midfielders arguably can drop off. You know, we can make 4 midfielders exactly in the central area because that's, and occasionally I know Brighton, that's how they play. They kind of tuck everything inside. You have even McAllister. He is not a right winger, but somehow he is more of a right, you know, winger for me. But of course I tuck him in, trying to establish that type of you know, that type of I don't know how to say it, just kind of that establishment in the middle. And I think McAllister has everything, you know, what he takes to play in the middle. But right here, 38 minutes in, we have a few chances here and there, but just couldn't really capitalize it right there. And Weibo could have probably pushed that one away. Such a close distance, should have done so much better. 47 minutes in, here comes Bruno Fernandes, looking for Luke Shaw on the left-hand side, looking for a cross, but we are giving them so much space in the middle, instead allowing Martial. I don't think that's Martial, that's actually Muriel. I don't know, I think Martial's gone. 51 minutes in, just a horrible pass at the back. Webster even apologized in the game right there. Very frustrated because honestly I felt like we played quite well throughout the first half. Yeah, I don't think we haven't scored a goal yet, but the fact that being able to hold off United for, you know, the majority of the game, felt like we might have a chance. But right here, 81 minutes in, here comes Lamptey on the right-hand side, dribble it down in the middle, looking for a pass in the middle to Caicedo, a last-minute thing, but Caicedo scores his first goal for the team right here. But what the hell is this FIFA? They gotta fix the game. Despite I'm on my PS5, but those type of graphics, you just don't want to see it. Just shows how ugly the game can be sometimes. But looking at the league table, finalizing this episode, and of course not a surprise that Man City is at the top, but Wolves surprisingly still unbeaten after 15 games and still sitting at third and right there. Winning 6 games, drawing 1. Finally we draw 1 game. Again, I'm pretty happy about it because realistically we need at least a draw. There's no way we're gonna cruising through 15 games without a draw. But honestly, that's a realistic reassessment right there. But honestly, I think so far things are getting slightly better. Definitely happy about it. I felt like there are games where we shouldn't have lost, but the fact that lowering the difficulty to legendary definitely helps me a lot in terms of having fun with the game. And I felt like I'm starting to get a little bit addicted, which is a good thing, to be honest, because that's FIFA after all. Just wanna play every day, but at the same time I don't wanna play way too play way too many games, or else I'll be way ahead of my Brighton Kareem schedule. So there you go, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in a bit.